Final race on the programme at Happy Valley. 9 races, of course. The 9th is a Class 2 over the 1650 with 2 horses making their Hong Kong debuts. Headed, though, by Green Luck. So course and distance winner first up, 5th last time out behind Happy Dragon. Extra Brutes makes his debut here for Frankie Law, Victorian Derby winner from November last year. Playa del Puente, very impressive, winning course and distance last time out. Happy Dragon won here 2 starts back behind Playa del Puente last time. Buddies switches to Happy Valley, a 3-time distance winner on the all-weather. Amazing Beats is the other debutant here, won the Tasmanian Derby back in February, placed in the Autumn Classic as well. A Noble Steed who's done his winning at Sha Tin. Now, as far as Chung Fa's concerned, More Than Lucky and Mr. So-and-So are the horses that have been north of the border in the last 30 days. We've made our way across the touchscreen to have a look at the speed map and a few key races as well here. The pace, Brett, appear to come from, well, sort of middle to wide here with Buddies and Playa del Puente, who couldn't really be much more impressive last time out. No, and the option may be, with Buddies being a genuine front-running type, to probably sort of those two to come across together, you would think, maybe, and sort of roll into 1-2 positions. He's the one for us, I think, will go forward too. Whether he can slot in here or Green Luck pushes up or Happy Dragon ends up a slot back, maybe he even pushes the issue a little bit more. There is that option as well. And More Than Lucky's another one too that has recently been going forward, but he hasn't been finding the line, so they may take a more conservative approach. Potentially, it may take a little bit of hustle and bustle, maybe past the football club before they actually get into a proper order, but it might end up being the one that we're looking at right now. All right, more of a 2x2 formation. Yeah. As far as the track work's concerned, Paul, what's caught your eye?
Green Luck will be the first one we'll have a look at here. He goes nicely in the mornings, and he's already a winner here this season. He'll get the £10 claim, so he looks good. Keen to get on with it. We know he loves Happy Valley as well. Barrier 6 and travels well in the mornings. Extra Brute, I thought I'd show you the first starter here. Now, here's the Derby winner, 2,500 metres, but he has won over shorter trips before. Barrier 11, he's 14 pounds, and he's had 3 trials to get him ready for this. And he is obviously the Derby's his D-Day. And Playa del Puente did everything right last time from the low draw. He's got a wide draw this time, but he was super impressive last time, so he hasn't taken a backward step either. He goes nicely. All right, we'll come back to have a look at him in action in a moment or so. Let's start off, though, with Frankie Law with 2 in the race. More Than Lucky and, of course, the debutant, Extra Brute.
Frankie, 2 runners in the last on Wednesday night. We'll start off with Extra Brute, last year's Victoria Derby winner. He's had 3 trials here in Hong Kong. What has he shown you in the mornings?
He 3 times trial good, and in the morning is good. Also, I just set on one time. He said the horse is ready. Good form, and so that's why I just put him in the race.
First up at Happy Valley, why have you picked this race for him?
Because not much race for him at this moment. I think so that's why put in Happy Valley, and then he tried Happy Valley before already.
Were you happy with the way that he got around Happy Valley that trial morning?
Yeah, he's no problem. Only the draw's 11.
What would be the instructions to Zach, given that he's also a staying type of horse?
Because this horse draw 11. Usually, I think he's in Australia, just always at the back. But in Happy Valley, a lot easier because I know the straight is a little bit short. So I try to talk to Zach. Maybe we try to get a midfield to see, and then with cover.
So first up, for a horse heading towards the Derby, what are your expectations or hopes for him in this race?
I hope he can have a good race, and then we can decide what to do.
What about More Than Lucky, first time for you at Happy Valley on Wednesday night, Frankie?
It looked like Happy Valley, the race a little bit weak, so that's why I just put in Happy Valley. And I think he also got a chance because last time in Sha Tin on the dirt, he looks a little bit improved than before. So I think still have a chance.
And you've taken him to Chung Fa in the last couple of months. Has that had the desired effect with him?
Yeah. Usually you can see our horse in Chung Fa, they goes good and come back to Hong Kong, still can win the race like Family Li.
Who would be the pick of the 2 as far as this race is concerned?
Look like Extra Brute. I think he looked like in the morning, and then in the trial is really good, and I hope he can run a good race.
They're both a similar sort of price in the market at the moment. He's obviously got a bit of quality about him, though, Brett, Extra Brute. They don't come in much higher rated than what he is, 93. You can see there in that trial and in that track work as well that you highlighted, Paul. He's a lovely move. He's got a real reaching long action.
covers the ground really well. He's a very interesting runner here in Hong Kong.
Yeah, and obviously the Derby's his main aim, isn't it? So that's in March. It's got to start somewhere. I don't mind More Than Lucky, actually. I think Chung Fa's done the horse really well, and he's a really well-rated horse at the moment.
All right, OK, so those are Frankie Lord's too, but the one they have to beat, probably on his last start effort and win, is this horse here, Playa del Puente. But he did have barrier 1. Maybe it's a little bit tougher with a wider gate this time. Horses in behind him that reoppose. Happy Dragon finished 2nd. Brave Legend finishing 5th. That's Good Omen here in the yellow and black. And Mr. So-and-so has been a little bit disappointing for me since he's returned.
There's no doubt it was chalk and cheese, this run, as opposed to the one previously where he went forward from a wide barrier and everything went wrong. Whereas on this occasion, he drew well, he stepped well, he got it all his own way. And he was very, very impressive. There's no doubt he'll gain a lot of confidence from this, but now he goes to a wide barrier and, again, more weight to carry. But he does ooze some class. He's going to get better and better. The first 300-400 metres is obviously the query part. If he can get into a good spot, I think he can win again for sure.
Yeah, it was a strong win, wasn't it? I mean, everything went his way, but it was a strong win and plenty more to come.
All right, and he's the favourite, Paul.
Yeah, I've got him in for second. I'm just going to go with More Than Lucky because he's a really well-rated horse. We know how good this horse is, and I think he's just about back to some of that previous form. He's won off a lot higher rating before. He's 4th up now, and I think that trip to Chung Fa in that last start as well has shown he's not far away. So he's on top. Playa del Puente is the hardest to beat, no doubt. Green Luck with the weight off his back, and we'll give He's the One for us a chance coming to the Valley for the first time. 4-5-1-2.
I'll stick with Playa del Puente. I think he's a really nice horse going forward. It is a little tougher situation on this occasion, but I think he will still win. 6 Happy Dragon, 1 Green Luck, 2 He's the One for us, 5, 6, 1 and 2. Same
cue for me as well. I don't want to dismiss Buddies, though, completely. Switching back to the turf, I think he's an interesting runner as well. Stats for the meeting. David Ferraris, stable's been flying for.
Yeah, the last 5 meetings we're just highlighting here with a 22% win rate, 23 runners for 5 winners. So he's going very well at the moment. Galton Agarro's definitely got a chance. Supreme Patrol, I highlighted that Nitro Express work because I thought that was pretty good as well. Breeder Star, I've got him in there. Surrealism went well last time, and Ambitious Heart with Joe Moreira aboard. So he's definitely got some chances there.
David Ferrari's more the appropriate term at the moment. He is flying along.
Best bets, Paul?
Emmanuel Jefe, our horse to follow. I'm going to stick with him. His trial since has been really good behind Classic Unicorn, so I think he's put on the weight and he looks good for it. And we'll take a chance of More Than Lucky in the last. He'll be at least 16-1. And I think he can run well. We know he's a class horse on his day. And he'll be in the play along with the favourite Playa del Puente and Green Luck, 1-4-5.
Quite the contrary for Brett the Beetle, who is going with Playa del Puente. I'd want 2-1 at least because of the barrier and the extra weight, but he's a lovely horse. And in the first big bully, I think he'll get some pace to run at the Valley, and he'll be a price. So race 1, number 7. G Unit, Very Sweet Orange. Happy Good Guys is another little value runner I don't mind in race 4. I can see you thinking something up about that Beetle comment, Andrew.
Nothing at all. I'm with Joe as well. Lone Eagle a little bit earlier on. I think it's going to be very hard to beat on speed. Good effort last time out. And Nunchucks for Blake Shinoff. A very short run up there, Blake. But Nunchucks will be a price first up. Need things to go his way there. Lone Eagle, Monkey Joy and Happy Warrior. The QQP in race number 6. That's it then for Happy Valley. Big day coming up, though, at Shartin, the trial races for HKR.
That's right, Jockey Club Sprint, Mile and Cup. And the Sprint is a cracking race on paper, as are the other two, obviously. But, yeah, there's a lot of interesting names in the Sprint.
And Beauty Generation to bounce back. So, yeah, it should be some good racing.
All right, looking forward to that. But that's the show. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you at Happy Valley first on Wednesday night. We will be racing to win.
Good night. Good night.